Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss how I made these pendants. First of all, I would like to say I'm really sorry for being so late in making the video and uploading it. But the situation was not perfect for me to film the video, so it took a longer time. I hope you can understand me. And so today I'm going to show you how you can make these Superduo pendants. So I'm going to be showing you how to make this one today because it's a bit complicated than the other one. So without wasting much time, let's get started on the pendant. So to make this pendant, you will need a 12mm rivoli, some of the 3mm round beads. You can always use a rondelle or a crystal or a bicone, whatever you have in hand. Then you will need some Superduo beads and then some 11O beads in one color. You can always use multiple colors if you want, but I'm going to stick to one color, and of course a thread and needle of your choice. Alright, now to make this beautiful pendant, just let me just lower the brightness just a little bit. Now to make this pendant, you need to first understand how to bezel a 12mm rivoli. To know how to do this, you can watch my previous video where I showed you how to make a earring out of this, and the same goes for making the pendant. So what I did was I just bezeled my rivoli 12mm with Superduos and 11O seed beads, and this is going to be the base of my pendant. So my thread is coming out of here. You need to understand how I made this, so you can watch that video of mine. Now my thread is coming out of here, so I need to go into this bead and the bead next to it, just like this. Now once I have this bead right here, I'm going to pick up a 3mm, go into the next bead in this way. And this way. Pick up a 3mm, go into the next Superduo. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just filling in the gaps between the Superduos using 3mm beads. Once you're done adding all the 3mm, this is how your piece should look like. Now if you see, I added my last bead, my 3mm, and my thread is now coming out of the same Superduo bead that I initially started with. Now this is the front of my rivoli and this is the back of my rivoli. So my thread is coming out towards the right side of the Superduo. Now into the same side, I'm going to pick up 5 11O seed beads. In this way, and I'm going to go into the next Superduo bead, exactly where we were putting the 3mm. In this way, pick up 5 more 11Os, go into the next Superduo. So what just happened is, this is the front side, always remember that. We just backed our beads with 11O seed beads, 5 of them. So this is what you want. You want a backing for your 3mm, okay? So I hope you're getting what I'm doing here. So I'm going to complete this round and meet you at the end. So now I'm at the very end of adding my last set of 5 11 So I'm going to go into the last Superduo, or the first one that we were working from, and I'm going to pull my thread. Make sure that the beads are sitting beautifully behind the 3mm beads in this way. Now, my thread is coming out of this Superduo bead right here. I'm going to go into one of the 3mm beads, into the other hole of the next Superduo, and also the upper hole of the next Superduo bead sitting aligned with it. Pull your thread. See? So my thread is now coming out of the upper hole of the first line of Superduo beads that we added onto the rivoli in this way. Now we are at the part where the pendant gets excited. Now we have to encase the 3mm beads. So what I'm going to do now is, my thread is coming out of this side of the Superduo. I am going to pick up 3 11 beads. I need to turn my work because I'm right-handed. My thread is coming out of here once again. I'm going to go directly into the third bead, or the middle bead of the 5 11 that we added, and I'm going to pull my thread. Place the beads in this way and pull tight. Again, I'm going to pick up 3 11 My thread is coming out of this side of my bead. I'm going to go into the same Superduo my thread was coming out of, and I'm going to go into it in the opposite direction. So I just made a circle in this way. I went around in this way, and I'm now coming back in this way. Pull tight. This time I'm going to pick up all my beads and then just pull it in this way. You see, we have now encased our 3mm bead among the 11 sorry. So now it's time to get into this bead. So I'm going to go inside the next Superduo, the Superduo that's lying inside, and then the next one. Pull your thread. Now I'm coming out towards the left. If you see right here, I'm going to pick up 3 11 go inside the one that is on the top, or the third bead of the 5 set of 11 and then I'm going to pick up 3 more 11 and I'm going to come back inside the same Superduo bead but in the opposite direction. In this way. Now that's what you want for your bead, okay? Now you're going to continue doing this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the very end. Now, if you can see, I have done all the encasements, and this is how the piece should be looking at this stage. Now my thread is coming out of this Superduo bead. I need to get into one of the top, or the 7th bead. This one, I need to come out of here. So I'm going to go into the 3 11 pull it tight, and go around into the middle bead of my encasement. So now I'm not going to work in this way. I'm going to work clockwise. So I'm going to turn my work. If you see, this is the backing of the whole piece. I am going to pick up 2 Superduo beads, go into the next middle bead, pick up 2 more 11th, Superduos, go into the next middle bead of the 11 pick up 2 Superduos into the next middle bead. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just filling in the gaps with 2 Superduo beads. I'm picking up the last set of Superduos. I'm going to go into the last bead, or the first bead that we added, and I'm going to pull tight. So this is how it's going to look now. Then I need to come up the top of the first Superduo bead. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the same 2 or the first 2 Superduo beads in this way. And then I'm going to come out the opposite hole of my same bead. Anyhow, I need to reach the top hole of the Superduo, so that now I can always work in this way. Now we are at the final round of our pendant. I'm going to pick up a 3mm, go into, first of all my thread is coming out of here, if you can notice. I'm going to pick up a 3mm, go into the next Superduo or the top hole of my Superduo. I'm going to pick up 11, go into the next Superduo, pick up a 3mm, going into the next Superduo. Pick up an 11, going into the next Superduo. So what we are doing is we are filling the gaps between the Superduos with 3mm and the gaps between the set of Superduos with an 11. So we're going to complete that and I'll meet you at the end. Alright, once you are at the end of your round, here I'm not going to pick up 1 11, I'm going to pick up 2 11s and go into the next Superduo bead. That's where I'm going to add in my bail, okay, in this way. Pull tight. Once you pull tight, you will see that your work is a beautiful dome effect. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing that I noticed. My 11 O's are preciosa, so when I pulled in, it became a bit domed. But if you're using a Mayuki or a Toho, it's going to sit beautifully. So you need not worry about that. I want my bail to be in this way, so I did this. Now, if you don't want to add in a bail just like that, you can always add in an extra bead over here and then just circle around and add a bail of your choice. Now I'm going to show you how to make the bail. So go through the beads one more time and come back right here. So once I have reinforced all of my beads, I'm coming out of the next 2 11 O's. I'm going to do a ladder stitch right here. I'm going to pick up 2 11 O's, go into the same 2 11 O's, but in the opposite direction, so that my beads hit exactly parallel to the same 2 beads. I'm going to go into the first 2 beads, pull tight. I'm going to pick up 2 more, go into the set of 2 in the opposite direction and pull. Now those two beads are sitting exactly parallel to the second two beads, and I'm going to go into the same beads but in the opposite direction in this way. So I'm going to continue doing this for a good number of rows, and I'll show you how to do the end of it. I continued with my ladder stitch for a total of 10 rows, excluding the first two beads, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 rounds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my work. I'm going to put my finger right here in this way. My thread is coming on the right side. I'm going to go into the opposite Superduo bead right here. In this way. And then I am going to go into my 11 rows of the ladder stitch. Pull tight and then just place it right there and reinforce your work. This type of bail is not essential that you also do it. I like to make mine in ladder stitch because it's definitely a lot stronger than right angle weave or anything of the sort. I'm just reinforcing my work here, guys. You can see that. And then once you're done reinforcing it 2 to 3 times, you can tie off your thread, and this is what my bail looks like. It doesn't look much on the front, but on the back it's really pretty. Okay, so this was how you made this beautiful Superduo dome pendant, and this one is the first one that I made. I hope the instructions were clear enough and you got to learn something new. If there are any doubts regarding the pendant or the design, you can always leave a comment, and I'm going to put all the material list and all the details in my description box below. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and help me grow my channel. Thank you so much, guys. I'll meet you in my next video. Bye.